Good morning, YouTube. Hey, that's all right. Good morning, YouTube. How are you doing? We are here at Bullish Bears. I want you to come join us. That was Devin. I call him Bullish Bears Devin.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Let's see what we got today. We're going to have a little something to do. Scanners. Well, Duo might still be up a little bit. Let's go check out on Duo. Oh, there it is right there. All right, so this morning I had a couple of penny stocks pop up, UBX and Sophie. This is one we've traded many, many times before. My screen just went out. There it is. That's unusual. Okay, and it's also optionable for those who trade options. Sophie used to move a little bit for us. It's actually probably smoother than most penny stocks. Popped up in the market. We're going to go find some levels on it. Show you how we do it. Devin, how's your vitamins doing?
A little boron, fish oil, B.
All right. Ginseng. I'm having a little vitamin coffee right now.
Getting healthy up in here.
I didn't even go out last night, and I wound up running my butt off this morning. Okay, here we go. UBXY. We're going to see what's going to happen with these guys over here. MES, by the way, that the high of last week was on Friday at 39.24.25. We breached it just a minute ago, so be curious to see what this is going to do. If it's going to continue to climb up, are we going to get to that 4,000? Who knows? Let's see. I follow it. I will follow it and find out. Of course, SPY will probably move the same direction. This is a penny stock popped up this morning for our penny stock folks, which is where I learned price action. I always say penny stock's a great place to learn price action because you can trade one share for $2.86. Give yourself a stop loss, and only if you lose anything, you're only going to lose a few pennies. But you'll learn some about structure, especially flags, because you can only go bullish in the penny stocks unless you got a huge account. And then if you do that, why would you even be fooling with the penny stocks? But it's a great place to learn these bull flags. And so we're going to find some levels on this guy and see what it gives us today. I look for that gap up from the overnight. Looks like it's about right here. A little VWAP curl right there. I like. Sounds good. And that's going to be our point of no return. If it hits this area, then it's not worth watching anymore. Actually, I say it's not. Generally, it's not, but you can still keep an eye on it. Sometimes they'll pop up and blow your mind. Penny stocks like to do that. This level right here, it's another pivot area.
But you were saying yesterday, we watch.
We watch. That's why we put penny stock watch list is exactly that. It's a watch list. Might not do anything for us. Might be a bunch of BS. Might pop and drop. Might be an all-day fader. But we're looking for, that's my areas I'm always looking for right there. We're looking for some spots where price is going to give us some areas we can play. Now the cool thing is I've got these automatic pivots on right here, right here, right here, and right here, and I like those. So what I like to see is, we had it yesterday happen a couple of times, is I like to see a penny stock break its high, come back down and test it, and then take a run. If it doesn't, it could still drop down here. Looks like it might drop here, but it could still drop down to this area, give us a little bit of sideways motion, and then give us an opportunity to see if we can get in to go long. But what I'm looking for is these right here. This is my favorite. Did my jam. I use this little regression tool. It's a cheater. Makes it quick. But this is what I look for. I'm looking for these descending channels. And I'm looking for, see, it comes right down to that area. Of course, we marked it out after it was there. But it's really back over here. Comes back to that area, and that's what we're looking for. And then goes that way. You could have got that one on penny stocks. You could have got was that 19? Yeah, you could have got a 10, 13 cent scalp. 10 cents good. Sounds like I heard the sensei in there. I almost heard Jawa, whatever it is. Remember those days? Alrighty then. So we got some levels marked out on him real quick to see what's going to happen. We'll come back. SoFi. This is our old friend SoFi. We are getting to the 5-minute mark. Our old friend SoFi. We've had this guy in the penny stocks. It's a decent penny stock. But we had a little gap up right around here. So I'm going to mark that out. I'm not recording. Y'all can ask questions. I'm on YouTube. Yeah.
What?
I said I am on YouTube. Go ahead, La.
Where do y'all get the penny stock watch list? What? It's like I went to the website. I'm just wondering where you get it from. How do you select those stocks? I went to the website and it said something. It said shit.
It's
It said something like the trade ideas is where you.
Yeah, they'll have a watch list on over here on the penny stock.
Okay.
They'll have a watch list right here on the penny stock, and you can go in there, and whoops, why is it not come down to where we are? Is this from today? No, that's a swing list. Where I get them is from a scanner. I get my own from my scanner that I have in TOS. Do you have TOS?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, I can send you the scanner that I have.
Oh, great.
And
That's fantastic.
yeah, and I'll use that, and I also use Webull because penny stocks are we're going for the ones that gap up in the morning for those gappers, and so sometimes a watch list you can have a watch list, but it's just that it's a watch list. We're going to watch and see which ones actually look good, and I look for structure after I get a scanner, because sometimes on my scanner what we get is, remember Sophie Keith, sometimes on my scanner what we get is all sorts of stuff like that, and that's not tradable. I mean, you could not on a intraday. So you get all this stuff and it just looks like crap. It's just ticky-tack, low volume. And I'll get that on my scanner. So you have to scan through it and find the stuff that is giving us a shape, structure, and an opportunity. It also needs a little volume. We played this yesterday, and we might need to look at him again today. But so that's what I do generally on the penny stocks. And then I'll go to Webull, and Webull will give me some good information as well, but you got to scroll through that as well and find the ones that are setting up. This guy looks good though. He looks like he's setting up, but they pop and they drop. So the first 15 minutes, I don't even fool with them. I just mark them out because they're so damn crazy. And if you try to put a stop loss in here on the opening, the volatility it's so volatile that it will kick your stop loss down. I mean, you'll think you have a nice stop loss, and then the price is so volatile, it kicks it down. So I wait. Sometimes it goes past it, and then it stops you out 20 cents lower than where you want it to be. However, but when it gets you ready for the MES or the futures, because those dang candles are so twitchy, and they'll pop down really fast. So I think the penny stock room is a great place to learn, or penny stock's a great place to learn that type of price action. Now, Sophie.
Do you trade options on them, or you're just like the actual price? get it for the box.
On penny stocks, I just trade the stock. Now, Sophie's,
That makes sense.
yeah, this is optionable. Sophie's optionable. But I just, when the penny stocks, it's just like I said, it's a great place to learn one share, and then you learn everything right there, and then you can move on to something else. More complex structures, because you can only go bullish here. But we got to look for those bear flags, those pullbacks. That's what we're looking for, those pullbacks. Okay, SoFi, the bell's gonna open, and I'm not gonna run to anything. I'm in no hurry, not in the open. I will be when I can't find my phone and I want to do a Robinhood account. Then I'll be running around fast. 3 year one day. This guy used to be in the penny stock room all the time. Look, this is where we traded them. We were trading them when it was in the $12, $15 range. Had some good moves there. Got a little descending channel. Oh, look, it gapped up. Bada bang. That's where it was. That's the gap up. So let's see where we are over here. I see the MES is moving. We're going to see if the MES is going to drop or if it's going to continue on its little bull run. That's where we were now. This is the control bar right there. This is the fella. All right, let's go down onto a 2 hour. Yeah, we bought candy for kids, and then we were out and forgot that we had bought candy for kids, and then my ring's telling me there are kids at the door, and get home and there's candy all in the house. I don't need the candy. It's like, that's the last thing I want is the candy. Ooh, what do we got here? All right, here it's 6. All right, well, this is a possibility right here. All right, let's go. Put you in a 1 minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Big drop right there. That's still the open. Still the open. All right, here we go. This guy is attempting to go towards its highs. It's got to break this right here. That's the level we're looking for it to break right there. On my penny stocks, I have a different color code. That's my code for resistance. It's another big drop. SPY going down. When I see these big wicks on SPY, these are just overnight. That is just wild. All right, that's a 1 minute chart. This guy's like in a bar spinner bar. What's your volume? Well, look at the volume on that. Almost 1,800,000. That's pretty good volume. Why are you doing this? Okay. Why do you look so far away, Mr. Stock? There we are. So another thing we do for price levels is, remember, once price goes down, we can use the bars that precede it to the left, or we can just mark our price levels right up on those. So there's descending wedges. All right, MES looks like it's found the bottom at 39.1482 TOS. Give me a break. All righty then. See what shakes out on this. Where's my 5 minutes? So that's the descending channel right there. 5 minute channel, some weak bars right there. So let's see what it does. Right on a pivot. That green dotted line's a pivot, as is that 320.46, which is probably 320.50. And SoFi is doing the pump and dump thing. Look at that. and see what levels it will hold. This is why we wait in the morning for the shakeout. There it is. Going towards its high, drop down, so we have to watch these guys for a little bit. Let that morning happen. And we've got some econ, I believe, today. In 9:45, so in 10 minutes we have the PMI manufacturing final. Got some stuff at 10. We got jolts at 10. So half hour going to need to really shake out for me here, for me to look at this, because of all those econs that are coming in, the PMI, and then that jolts at 10 a.m. So I'll want to see what happens over the next half hour with our big large caps over here, our ES, MES. And then this guy just pulls back a little bit. So let's go see what we got. Scanners are not going nuts. Wow. I mean, wow. I'm going to show you. It's called Scott's Momentum Scanner. And I'm going to show you what it looks like in chat. This is my momentum scanner. It's blank. And this is what it should look like. And it just popped up. So we got a little more momentum happening right now. Now I'll show you what it's supposed to look like.
Oh wow, yeah,
yeah, nothing in there. And then just like that, bam, all that. That's what it's supposed to look like. And at the open, it should have been looking like that before the open. But excuse me 1 second, I gotta shut a door.
Yeah. I like that idea.
That's what he was talking about.
There we go. Husky, yeah, who wants to open the doors? It's the morning routine. Yeah, I was off, so I threw him off. Okay, so yeah, here we are, and we're looking at the sideways action that I expect for a little while on our large caps. Hit a zone here. Here's our descending channels that I'm looking for. See what Sophie does. I don't always trust Sophie. It's amazing company. They got a football stadium named after him and everything. If it still is.
Sure it is.
I just always got a kick out of the fact that they'd get good news and they'd go down. That's when I learned that, yes, buy the rumor, sell the news. Yeah. When Virgin Galactic went into space, I was a Sunday night, I'm thinking, man, their stock's going to go up the next day, and it tanked.
I was looking at Elon Musk, and I guess he tweeted something about Doge again.
Oh my.
Anyway, so I looked at the chart. Dude, it was up 147% over the past month. Can you imagine getting in at the entry, like at the...
Are you kidding me?
That would be... Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah, I think he knows he moves. He does know it. All right, so this is going to be looks like his bear flagging. This looks like certainly a bear flag right there. Drop, pull back, drop. After this evening star, so let's see if it follows through or if he's going to do something different. That certainly looks bearish. Sideways. This is kind of what I expected more of yesterday, but we're not but 8 minutes into almost at the surface. 8 minutes into the market. Wow. And it's going to go sideways at the moment. And I think we're going to see a lot of that. Now, I believe when you're sideways like that, now options I've only been doing options. I started learning options in April. Penny stocks, price action, that's my jam. But this could be an opportunity for a strangle when it's going sideways like that, getting ready for a big pop or drop after these econ events. So, but I can't do that while I moderate, but I can say that's what that looks like to me. Here it is. It's forming that flag. So we're going to come down and we'll keep an eye on him and see if he reaches down to this level right here, 338. Could stall somewhere around this area here. When I get moving averages and the VWAP, which is not a moving average, but it is an average volume weighted average price, but it doesn't, you see, it's different than moving averages. It doesn't just hang around price like that. Price is usually above it or below it. If it's right all up on it, it's going sideways like we have over here, except for there. So when you get a VWAP that in a 20 cross, or you get a VWAP and a 15 cross, you see they're close to the same area, and it crosses the 8 there. So this area right here is an interest to me, because when I see those moving averages and VWAP interact like that, what I call that, it's a busy intersection. And so busy intersection gives me an idea that price may do something here. And bam, there it goes. It wicked right into it. So I didn't see that until I was drawing it, and I went, oh, let's see if it, in my head, I'm a little kid. Ooh, let's see if it works. Well, of course it does. But you see, it'll wick into that. So we'll see if it bounces off of that, because right now what we have is, in this small little area, is still a descending channel. And a descending channel that hits into pivots, well, that's a beautiful thing. That sometimes that's what we want to see. We want to see that hit into a pivot and then go back up. Or it might hit into that pivot, go sideways for a minute, go up or down, because stocks only go up, down, or sideways. Here we have another descending channel. And again, the regression tool is great on small frames. It doesn't like that one. So let's go with another drawing. Go up my channel tool. And then you get your channel like that, and we can see that we're in a descending channel, lower highs. But looks like a bird beak. That could be a bearfish. We'll see. We have these funny names, diamond fish and bearfish, because we drew one day somebody was drawing a bird beak, an angle triangle, and it looked like a dang fish, and it was going down, so we called it a bearfish. Yeah, they're gonna.
So if you look at the volume and the chart, it looks like an alligator kind of.
It does. Yeah, you would say that, of course. The alligator. And I do understand that. That's right. I tell everybody, when you come to the Audubon Zoo, we're different than everybody else's zoo. Yes, we are. When you come to the alligators, you see the Latin name for the alligator, the name alligator, and then 2 or 3 recipes. This looks like a bearfish. And it has some volume now. This guy looks like it's continuing on its bear flag, because that looks like a pullback to me. And we are still shaking out over here, shaking out and going sideways here. Yeah, you got to love it when it's econ. We've got all this FOMC going on this week. So while SoFi and this guy are just kind of hovering around, let's take SoFi off, or whatever its name is, and I'm going to go through the scanners again, see what we got, see if we have anything we can look at. Yeah, I couldn't find anything on Webull this morning either. I think SoFi was on Webull.
Are there integrated scanners in Webull that y'all use?
It's just simple. It's just they have they have markets, and then they have gainers, and you can go pre-market gainer, and the pre-market gainers you got to scan through them, but they usually got a bazillion of them. Well, plenty.
Oh yeah, how cool that is, because you have to sort through a lot.
Yeah,
that's nice.
And then it gives you. It is simple, and I like simple, and it gives you simple and easy are 2 different things, but it is simple, and the only thing is it gives you a spark chart, and I have to put my glasses on, and I can look at the spark chart, and I can usually tell if it's got volume or not by the way the chart looks. This is sideways. And some days it's just, like this. It's almost tumbleweeds.
Yeah, this market seems weird.
It,
Kind of stalling.
yeah. Well, we got elections. We got a war. We got worldwide recession, not just in the States.
You know what they say? In the U.S. Sneezes, the world gets a cold.
Is that what they say?
Apparently.
That's what I've heard.
What? Never mind. I'm going to be quiet.
No, what were you gonna say?
No. It was corny. Well, what happens if we pass gas? I said it that way. That's what I want to know. Ooh, SON. We can watch SON because we had levels from yesterday for SON. Let's see. Is there anybody else on there? Scanning through. Yeah. I like SON. Oops, there goes a little drop. 9:45. We got a drop. So that's news coming in. To create that drop, this is the Chicago PMI. Financial Juice is a nice news service. Gives you a lot of news. It gives you a little calendar on the left-hand side. Jiminy Crickets. I missed this. Shoot fire. This is what happens when you trade on two different computers. My futures are on a whole different computer, and it's like, oh, I missed that drop. I could have rode that for a little bit. However, we hit 388.89, and it keeps going. Never mind. All right, so right now, yeah, this just breached a control bar from back on 9/21/22. And that is the open. Is that the same control bar as way down here? Yeah. All right, so that control bar goes all the way down to, wow, like 37. I can click on it. I label my stiffs like 3,800. Is that 38 or is that lower than that? Yeah, like 3,800. So it breached that control bar. That's why I have to keep my charts nasty. That's this right here. I label on my large caps. I tend to label certain pivots so that I keep track of them. I also color code them. This is a volume profile. This right here is a pivot. This is a control bar. Red's always VWAP. So pivot, and then I just started labeling them with green for the top pivot and orange for the bottom pivot of whatever pivot it was that I found.
NES lower left found support on one of the wedges.
Yeah, right there on a volume profile. And that is that control bar that I was talking about. So that's the top of the control bar. So it's come back down. It hit the, let's go over here. It broke the high last week's 10/24. Friday, the high was 39.24, I believe. And so it broke that high, and it's fallen even further right now. It is falling even further right now. So we could be in for a bloody day. Alrighty, let's go look at the 5-minute. No, let's do the 15-minute. All right, now I like to do a 15-minute open and range on the SPY in the MES. And I just grab it right here. Bring it over. Drop it down to that first red candle. That's the opening range. That's the middle of the opening range. That's the bottom of the opening range. We are below that opening range. We tend to be very bearish when we're below that opening range. If we're above it, we tend to be bulls. So this is going to shake out. We still have a 10 o'clock meeting to come that's gonna show us some stuff. For me, in my moderating skill, Jeremy is I call him a beast. We call him he's a machine. He's just a very above average kind of person. So for me, I can't necessarily trade and teach at the same time. So if I'm in the room with Jeremy and you hear me quiet, that's usually because I'm trading. So, but right now I can't do it, and I'm sitting there looking at all that red, going, "Oh, I should be in that." But as I've learned in my moderating style, it's like if I'm looking at this over here trying to trade it or something, and I trade it, and then I get over here and I start showing you something, then I forget I'm in a trade over there. So I tend to wait. Although on the 1 minute chart, we do have this little morning star. So I get my little 15 minutes opening range there, so I can keep an eye out to see if we have a turnaround. Now we got more news coming out in 10 minutes, and we'll see what happens there. But this is looking mighty bearish, mighty bearish indeed.
What's the news in 10 minutes?
10 minutes we have jolts. That's bills are paid. Oh, you just paid all your bills doing that, didn't you? You got that drop. Did you? And you did ES, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm flat now. I'm gonna wait for this news to come.
What's jolts? What's jolts?
It's just the
It's a jobs report, isn't it?
Loss, whatever.
Something like that.
Good morning, Jeremy.
That's.
Good morning, Stone. I didn't say hello.
Oh, good morning, lots. Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Where you at? Yeah. This is SO9 to. Well, yeah, we got if it's crossed the control bar on the MES, we can go to 38. That control bar I was showing you the other day, easily go to 38. It would be great if I could do it the same way you do it, but I missed it. I'm like, I can't do that. That's what. That's just yeah. That's the way it is.
stay up late getting home.
I saw that. You even had the eye. Y'all even had the eye. What do you call it? The contact lenses. All right. So we had prices marked out on SON from the other day. We had a price target. It hit that. Oh, this is just yesterday. Yeah, we want to watch this guy. He give us opportunities to trade. Look at that. All right, so we hit that 232 area. So 246 is next. It's going to run right back up this.
Someone's running February 260, 230 spreads on Tesla.
Yeah, is that way below or above where they are? Okay, flag. So we can expect another pullback here.
That's where I'm
Nice flag here.
buying the 230s and selling the 260s. Boy, that's a
Wicked right into that area there.
$2.8 million. Fast prices.
Ooh, we're doing an end pattern on this guy. On a 2 hour. We got these from way back here. This was a bounce. Where other levels do we have from over here? Let me go to a 1 hour.
Were you able to deal with those AFRM calls yesterday?
Yeah, so I didn't close them out. They're still open. I'm hoping that. Yeah, I mean, it's a little. It's like 0.35 right now. So, but I mean, a farm is pathetic. I mean, so I'm just waiting for it to do its thing.
Yesterday, those calls went down to like, that's what I'm gonna say it was $10.
Yeah, I guess I probably should lower my bar.
You can scalp one daily price action. So
Yeah,
you can day trade them.
yeah, that's what I'll do. today I'll sell them like in the middle of the day, like you said, would be a good time.
Or,
And hopefully, I mean, it goes down.
well, yeah, if they go down, you probably have back to close with the rest that you sold. Let's repeat. Like today, we had a great time to sell them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had those things for 50 cents a piece.
UBX.
Yeah. Yeah. I would honestly prefer to close them out every night anyway, just because it's you never know what's gonna happen. You know, makes you feel better.
So we
Right there.
and volume. Sit there and just rinse and repeat with it. There until the cost basis is zero. So
We're gonna take UBX off. SON is moving again. No, I'm just saying SON is moving again. We're going down here. SONN. I'm looking to see if I have anything else to put up there right now.
Sorry, I did not find anything illegal.
Yeah, that's what it's thin out there. On SONN. Yeah, I've got the levels up to 319. I just went and got. We had it yesterday.
love some of those penny stocks.
Oh well, you know who was moving this morning, and we're going to put it back up. See if it's going to do anything with Sophie. Yeah, I don't know why I can't. There we go.
What was replacement cost on ETFs? Report comes out.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens there. That's going to change things. Yeah, this guy flagged up. I was looking at how pretty that flag was, and this was, if we're doing the 8, following the 8, that's a great entry, and that's what we hear here at Bullish Bears all the time about that 8. And so when you're above that 8 and it comes back and it touches that 8, that would have been a good entry to get in. Right here would have been another good entry to get in as it flagged up, came back down on that pullback right into that 8. And then you would have been able to get the 8 is the green line. It's the moving average. It's the 8 EMA. I use the EMA. Jeremy uses the SMA, but they're an intraday like this, they're basically the same. But then we got this tail right here, so we're going to see if how far it's going to pull back. This wick right here is that's selling pressure. It comes at the end, or in the end or the middle or wherever it is right now. It's the end of this rising channel created by these flags. So we want to see what this next candle can do. See if it can get above that, hit it, and come back up a little more. And penny stocks will do stuff like that. Yeah. So, and then Sophie just came down, channel, whack, right there around the 200. So we're below VWAP, and we're below that pivot, but we are at another pivot here. So I have to keep an eye on it and see what it's going to do. Right now, it's not giving us much of any. I wouldn't fool with it right now. I'd be waiting on both of these, just like I'm waiting on these right here. So we wait 2 minutes.
Jeremy, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You good?
Okay. You guys are so nice. Okay. So since the real strategy sells the monthly calls, so today, if I'm so like when I look at Thinkorswim and it has the calls, it says weeklies, and then the 18th is the next monthly. So do you mean that I would sell that one, the 18th, or would I sell just like 24 or 31 days from today? Okay, awesome, even better. Cool.
quick action now. You can do the monthlies. Typically, it's on stuff with lower options volume, lower options volatility. Those ones you can rotate in and out of, and you can do that for a couple, 3 days. With something like the FRM. Friday, you can probably sell a bunch of zero.
Yeah. Cool. Good. Well, so yeah, I'll plan to do that going forward. I shouldn't have held overnight, but next time I'll do better.
Sideways.
Day trade without the team don't even just want to try and find the highest price you can get for them in the morning, sell them, buy them back the next day at the end of the day, sell them at the end of the day for, if you can. Buy it back for others.
There it is. There's the news.
It's awesome. Yes.
What is that?
Ryan.
It's good though.
I don't know. I can just see the candle.
I guess the news doesn't really matter. It's more the market's reaction to the news.
Right. And so just that's what we're seeing is the reaction to the news. Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens here.
Firm doesn't like the news, whatever it is. Oh, the jobs, yeah, that's right. Firm doesn't like it, so yay for me too.
Yeah, right now I have
Mine says, oh, that's the bid, yeah.
Uh, Financial Juice goes offline every now and then. Y'all notice that? It kind of like just goes away and then gives you errors. All it's telling me is the PMI right now. It's not giving me anything about oh,
Watch that, yeah.
boy, you ain't kidding. You are not kidding. All right. Sun is trying to break that 246 level. It's wicked into it twice now and come back. We're back above the 8 still here. Oh, what are you looking at? 245.
So,
Oh, SONN. I'm sorry. You said Busby. I went to look at the futures. I'm like, really? On the Yeah, Busby. That's right. Busby. And that's there's a video on that Busby where Sig explains it, and he learned it from a guy named Busby. That's why he calls it the Busby.
was 10.72 million in September, 10.28.
Man,
Factoring,
wow. Yeah, but what about the jolts? That's what it moved. Was this the PMI? Is that what this was? That was the PMI that came out. That's the construction spending.
There's guys trying to short SONN, but I think they're going to get pinched. Someone said he shorted it at 247. Goodbye, you're done.
Oh, what on YouTube?
No, I'm watching the Money Net. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Dude, you don't want to short that.
Yep.
That's a
there's your
dumb.
there's your Busby. Sophie, you're just really
I don't.
not doing anything.
That was dumb. Sorry.
Oh,
Thinking about shorting it at. Okay.
Somebody shorted SONN at 247. I'm like, no.
It just didn't look good technically for that. Cool.
It popped the 255 right there in that last wick. And now it's getting volatile.
Jeremy, how long have you been doing this?
Not very long compared to a lot of people. I started trading in December of 2017.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. That's awesome. And what about you, Stone?
I started last year and I learned price action in the penny stock and asked a lot of questions like you, and then they made me a moderator. I'm just teasing with you. But I did start last year in the penny stocks, and I was a musician, so I didn't have anything to do. We had no gigs during the pandemic, so I just spent a lot of time doing this. You know,
That's great.
playing video games.
Right on.
Hey, Lucy. Lucy, we do.
I think it's great when people like did productive stuff during the pandemic.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I have a guy I know who's a cameraman, and he when he was 35, he got hurt on the job, and so he couldn't do anything except stay home, and they let him go to school if he went to school. So he went to school and he learned videography, and he's now the #1 cameraman for CNN. And
Cool.
and when he told me that story, I was like, wow, what an inspirational story. And I met him during Katrina
Oh, wow.
recovery, and I said, what an inspirational story. So the pandemic, I remembered Ken. I said, oh yeah, this is a time for me to learn something new.
Yeah, good for you.
So, and yeah, there we go. Beer flag
Hey,
break.
Jeremy,
My goodness.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I got
Cooking is
So
I got nothing
we're
over
going
here.
back into that long-term descending channel on Spy. So if we follow that, are we expecting like a strong blowdown? Are we gonna, or you think there'd be a bounce back off of that point?
Well, we've got critical support at 385.50 roughly. If you look at this thing on the 30 or 15 minute 3 days, you have big M top
We usually spy.
support level, and we crush all of. Let me see here. When Friday's bullish momentum, we'll retrace all of that down to 377 if we break this critical support area at 385. That's a big giant M top.
Which hour?
Yeah.
Which time frame were you looking at?
Either the 15 or the 30 minute 3 day. You can see it plain as day there. Got a left hump, a center point where it's consolidated, and a right hump. And then the critical support or the base of the M top itself is right at that 385.50. It can bounce off that, but I'm seeing it if it's going to do anything beyond that, it'll crush that support level and keep on going.
Some big ass bear candles.
Yeah, we're not too far from it now. Definitely keep an eye on it at that 385.50 though, because it can bounce there.
Yeah. All right. There's your 20. Let's see it on 30.
Right, what are we gonna do here?
That's a good question.
Pretty nice. We might get another one.
Yeah, we hit that weekly high from last week. Oh, I was looking at the MES. Anyway, last week was a weekly high, and I think it was the same thing for SPY. So we hit that over here, and then it barely broke it this morning. And we are still going south, aren't we?
So this is the tip of the bear flag right here. It's also a descending wedge on the 10-second chart, so be aware it can retrace
Yeah.
really quickly.
Yeah.
Flat.
There's a gap right there. 10-second chart looks double bottomish, but
I might tag that bullish retracement if it's loose.
so, all right. It's going down, 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 down. Wow, look at
So how
that.
do you guys, going back to what Stone said a little moment ago, how do you guys get your bullish bears before your name? You guys work for bullish bears, or you laughed when he said he's a moderator? So
Yeah,
how do you get to have that in your name? You guys are so fancy.
Well, listen, you're from Uptown. We got to keep up with the fancy.
I know,
I'm just teasing. I love Uptown.
right?
we basically we both learned a lot from bullish bears over the years, and we just kind of took the ball and ran with it. So now we're able to pay it forward, and
Nice.
they approached me the same way to be a moderator, and then later on, I
Made me.
ranked,
Made me.
I beat him with a stick. It's like, dude, you got to teach this stuff. Come on.
Right on.
Well, I teach price action, and that's what I learned here at Bullish Bears. So I just, with options, I just started. I've been, penny stock's been very, very good to me. And price action and swing trading, certain stocks, Not necessarily penny stocks. All right.
Bad for ya.
Guys, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I've just been really stupid. I can't believe this. In paper trading now, right? No drama. I've gone and sold stuff to open, so I'm wondering why the stock is going up and my money's going down. And I'm thinking, oh, and now I've realised I've made like really stupid errors like that. Is why I shouldn't trade.
Sold to open on a stock.
Yeah, apparently I didn't realise you could do that with Active Trader, but yeah, I can just sell to open.
yeah.
Obviously, paper trading account is everything, isn't it? Margin account, everything. So,
Ah,
You can sell short.
I didn't know you could do that.
SON right now, or SON right now.
Right.
Yeah, but it just
short.
it just goes to show that I'm just picking buttons, thinking, oh yeah, buy in. Obviously, I'm hitting the sell button instead of the buy button. Something really dumb like that.
At least you're learning it on paper trade as opposed to losing money.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
it worries me. I'm like, oh, how can I make such a stupid mistake?
And that's why you're paper trading. It's a good move.
Yeah.
Shorted SON at 247 there. He jumped the gun and it spiked. Right when he said that, it spiked to 255. I was quick back at probably about 250 if I was to short that. Then I would be closing it right after that breach of the 20 period. We're seeing that right now in the 1 minute chart. If I were him, this is consolidating for a possible push here into a measured move.
I got SON in 2 spots.
Very dangerous to stay short on that right here.
Sophie is just tanking.
This AFRM $23 calls are now 18 cents on the ask.
I see that. I'm just waiting to see if it goes down farther.
Heck yeah.
I know yeah, hopefully.
Make that
I mean, because, yeah, that's right. I got a lot to make up for, so.
Once you guys all, if you're listening, once you get to that point where you're selling to open options, it's a game changer. Like, get used to the strangles and long positions first and figure out how to lock in price action.
Thanks, Devin.
There's that same ability to trade on price action for long strangles to sell short strangles. And that's what the wheel trading strategy is about. Kind of pacing everybody into that to kind of get everybody used to the motion to how options trade. Once you master that, it's just cake. It's literally sell to open, let time eat it, let price action eat it, buy it.
That's a big candle.
Price is spike and do all. It's easy. When this market does find a bottom, there's an opportunity. Trade that strategy.
Do you, I mean, I know, right, you can't predict whatever the market and all, all that stuff. Do you have an idea on when that bottom might be?
So looking at SPY, I mean, we've got levels marked out all the way down to 320.
Huh.
Oh, we get to 280. 320 is even stretched, but it could happen. If you look at the weekly chart on SPY, you can see that the weekly 200 period is currently at about 355. So I'd expect maybe some action there, possibly some reversal. But I don't trust this rally that we just broke.
Yeah.
There's your weekly chart on SPY. This is your this is the 2020. This is the 2020 drop right there. And then this is your big run here. Get to the high of 479. Came back down here. I had that 386.02 on there for a reason. I'm not 100% sure why. I think that's a weekly VWAP when I put it on there. And then this right here was the 50% retracement of this right here.
I'll tell you,
See that
in that pandemic,
right there?
so literally in February, very beginning of February 2020, started a local investment club here in Florida.
Oh, how neat! Oh my god, I would love that so much. Can you come to where I'm at? Okay, go ahead.
I get to sign up.
Houston.
But we
Oh, that's
started. These are typical like buy and hold investor types. And
Yeah.
try to teach them options deal strategy. And during the pandemic drop, I was like, hey, I'm gonna flip everything I have cash right when they started locking stuff down. I said, I am going to go complete cash and just
You were so smart.
SPY options. And that's what I did. I scalped.
Dude, way to go.
And then when it did finally round out on the bottom, I started noticing real estate investment trusts were just
Holy shit.
pennies on the dollar compared to prices.
Well, those shut up.
Those, a few penny stocks, and some of us were averaging 300% total portfolio
Wow.
performance.
Amazing. Amazing. I was telling them, I noticed that Doge went up like 150% over the last month. And just like think it like imagine like being like from the time it started going up for that month, amazing.
I think that's Chip when it came out. It's first to trade. All right, that thing.
It's awesome. So what do y'all do in your investment club? Do you guys talk about trading and invest like long-term holds, or just what do you?
Market analysis, long-term, that type of thing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think. Yeah, go ahead.
Since then, it's kind of been slow. I got really busy and I wasn't able to really. At that time, I was just starting to. I want to say like August or September of 2020. But I was in here. I was writing some articles and stuff. That's mainly what I was doing throughout that time. I just started streaming it one day a week. I want to say it was August. And from there, it went to 2 days a week, and then finally 3 days a week. Ended up being 4 days a week, but it was just in the mornings. I'm still working. So quite the transition, but the more busy I got doing this stuff here, the less time I had. That's we were just meeting like every other summer, just hanging out. Literally, it was like a support group, circle of chairs.
That's so cool. And just like other people thinking about this, getting minds together. It's always nice to be able to talk about stuff. And I think, part of the portfolio, that's my belief, right? Part of the portfolio, and I'm sure you guys have long-term or, some holdings that are not trades, or maybe I'm not sure, but that's sort of my idea is that I do want to have some. Right now, since I screwed up so bad with the firm, I gotta have everything, and I haven't done anything, like no investments, except for, trading a little bit on firms. Just, but I think, if, now's a good time to start looking at potential long-term holds, like what's good and what price is good for them, because shit's getting cheaper,
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of tech, big tech, AMD, NVIDIA. Those will be bargains. And we'll eventually hit a bottom. Probably find some opportunities there. Pretty much all of the really good parts of the large caps scenario.
As far as like investing goes, that's like where I'm at. I usually prefer to stick with indexes. That way you have a basket of stocks as opposed to holding just one. As far as it goes with direct stocks, get in, get out. With indexes, if you're investing into indexes, you get to take the wins, dividends.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the losses so much because indexes are betting that the market is betting that the house is going to win basically.
Yeah.
That's a fair bet. The only way you're going to lose your money is if our entire market crashes
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. I made I actually really like that idea a lot. More than just, yeah, and I like also what you said about with stocks, get in and get out. There was a time when I made a ton of money, but the problem, I mean, I didn't because I didn't realize the gain. It was like almost, it was maybe like a 50% gain on my account. It was just, in 2021 when we were getting their dogs making money if they,
Right.
um, on some growth stocks, right? But I didn't realize the loss, and the gain, and I actually sold all of those positions at a loss because I waited too long. I was like, oh, I'll be in it for the long term. Yeah, fuck. Excuse me. But that's not really realistic.
It's this market is like it's really hard because like you had that long bull market that ran so long.
Yes.
Anybody can throw money in the market and make money.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got this bear market that it's just like everybody's turned off.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the same boat. And eventually a lot of people wash out of the market, go back to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
They become sour.
Yeah.
But in the short term, I think a lot of people that are actually able to be resilient and bounce back into the market are going to be poised, ready to do so, with a lot more understanding of how things move ahead of it.
Yes.
Breaks that pivot.
So it makes sense that some people would get weeded out. It's just.
That's life. The human race.
And then it just, if it were easy, everybody'd be doing it, and I don't know how that would look in the market. Well, I guess we kind of saw that.
Yep,
Too bad they're not.
we did see that. That was in the pandemic. See, we hit that pivot right down here. Almost a double bottom on it. Let's see what it does. Those are two pivots right there. We broke out of that 246 area, hit the 257. SoFi.
Significant increase in job vacancies to 10.7 million, much less worrisome for the Fed. And prices paid fell to the lowest level since March of 2009. That's a mixed bag data right there.
Did you say unemployment went up?
So job vacancies increased.
Time is it? That's because they're all in here. That's what I.
The Fed basically is waiting for that unemployment because a lot of people are trying to do remote jobs. That's why a lot of those necessary jobs aren't getting filled. So the housing numbers, like the price of the house, force people to get into those jobs that need to be filled. It's a lot.
There's the targets we laid out on SON earlier. Y'all saw me mark those out. I'm not showing off. I'm just telling you, everybody can do this. There's those targets that were marked out, and look, we had that big gap between $2.76 and $3, and so penny stock does. It just wicked right into it. So if you were going to have gotten into that in this mess over here, what we were talking about earlier, then that's where I would have set, probably at 292, something about 292 or 92 and 48. Like when you get to the whole dollar mark, you get out at 92. You get to that $half mark and you're in, get out at 48. But look at that. Bam, right to it. You'd have had to set your limit order at 292 to get out of that order and for it to hit it. And hopefully TOS would have gotten you out of that order because I've had times when it didn't, when I had my limit order set. That was messy. SoFi here breaking its channel. Finally coming out of a little channel, giving us a little bit of a bullish sentiment here. we're about the 50% mark where we were from this morning when it ran up. 50% is always important. So this could be a pullback from this earlier move, and then we could, come back to these highs. So that's why we don't take them off the grid. And it went down and hit that little level right there back a while ago, and we drew that level. I don't know how long ago, but there it is. And we're going sideways right now on SPY, and we're going to see if it's going to recover. IWM looking the same. I don't have it on my grid for you to see here. So we're going to see what happens.
Guys, if you've flattened a position, is that the same as, say I've sold to open, so I've got one short position?
Or turn it over.
Does that do the same as buying or covering the short position?
But if you buy to close that short position,
Right, okay, cool.
when you go to short stuff, you got to think of it as this, and this also goes with futures, with contracts and futures, equities and obviously equities. But when you effectively borrowing from your broker at whatever price you go short on, the
Yep.
objective is to buy those shares back.
Oh, yeah, coming back down. Nope.
Totally agree, but I sold by accident. I've obviously clicked sell instead of buy today, right? So I'm just wondering how to exit the trade. So I could either click buy market or flatten, and it would do the same thing, yeah?
Yeah,
Right.
but you should do something.
Yeah, I'm so dumb, honestly. Don't let me out of the sandpit yet, people. Thank you.
You're actually really smart because it doesn't really matter because you're trading paper money. I mean, that's great. I mean, really give yourself a lot of credit for that because some people, like including me, don't know what they're doing and just trade. Anyway,
Don't worry, I know my limitations. I'm still in the sandpit, like the little 3-year-old.
It's funny how few people understand the different concept when it comes to selling options. Sure. Yes, you can sell options for but you can sell options that can hedge positions. If you have shares in stock, you can sell options for 100 shares that you have. It's essentially borrowing from yourself and literally renting out your shares to somebody who's going to pay a premium to attempt to buy those shares at that price. Now, the thing is, options, very, very few contracts are actually exercised. It's traded back and forth. It's a big game. You're the one who sold them to open. It is sitting at 5 times at the time you really value the option until you buy it back. Sold it. So, in effect, it's like as if you are trading on the market maker. And same goes for selling cash covered puts. You're selling a put that's covered by the cash in your account and an ability to purchase 100 shares per contract at the strike price of the put. You're not borrowing from yourself then. You're earmarking cash in your account to make that purchase and make good on that contract should it be exercised. Right, cool concept. I know it gets a little busy in here, guys, but feel free to chime in. If you guys want to jump on voice with us and ask questions.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
A little bit of a crawling little channel there on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Center regression line.
There's your there's our guy doing another Busby here. Where do we do a Busby? We did a Busby here. Doing another one here. Look at, there he goes. See if it hits that $3 right there. Riding the 8. I know Lucian likes to ride the 9, but damn if Jeremy didn't change that for us.
I just got
Almost a double bottom here, but this might just be a big pullback. What's your volume here in 1 minute? 117,000. What's your volume over here? 445,000, 500,000. You got more trading SoFi than you do SPY.
Right?
That's crazy, man.
Spy looks like it could set up a retrace here.
Well, let's go look at it here.
Let's see. We got
Hmm. Who is that with the sonar?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Interesting background.
Somebody's got a sonar. La, it's you.
Yeah.
Sounds like a heart monitor or something.
I'm on a walking. I'm like at a standing desk. I'm on a walking thing.
Oh, that's what we hear.
Yeah.
Oh, I want one of those. Yeah, that's what I want.
My brain works better when I move.
I want a standing desk too. Not that I need to stand all the time. All right, La, you started it now. You see what you done started, dadgummit?
What's the company that makes that?
Let me. Okay, so KSR is the.
It's not Peloton.
I got it from Amazon. I think it was. And
I don't know who
then
makes it so we can short the stock.
Oh, he thinks it's Peloton. That's what he wanted to hear. He wanted to hear Peloton.
I want to do those.
That was probably one of my favorite shorts ever. That was such a trash company to short.
He kept calling it Pelotrash. But so you found that. So you got a standing desk and you got a walking. What is the walking thing? Is it like a treadmill?
it only goes up to like 3.75 miles per hour, but I don't even like. I'm on 2 right now. It's just like a
It's not
you
the
know
walk.
scroll. Yeah, it's just a scroll. And so standing desks are really expensive, but
Yeah.
I knew how to get one for cheap because that's what I did, and I'm like so stoked that I was able to like do it. So okay, so the base of the desk is from Autonomous, so it's like autonomous.ai, and you just get the base. It was like I don't know 230, 250, something like that, about 250, well 250, and then I got for the top of it, I got just a butcher block from Home Depot, free delivery, you know, and that was like $109. So that, I mean, that's a cheap desk. That's relatively cheap. I mean, because if you go to like Netflix, yeah, I know, right? Isn't that great? Like, I'm stoked about. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really stoked about that. And I have to. It wasn't my idea. I'm not that savvy. Somebody told me that's what they did, and I was like, hey, I
Yeah,
want to do that too.
resource. It's called resourcing. Good job.
Yeah.
Much was the treadmill?
I want to say that was 300 something. My husband actually bought that for him for his desk. He's got a desk that was like $1,500, by the way.
Oh, the one that moves up and down?
The guy that told me you can get one for like cheap.
Huh.
But yeah, it was about 350. I think I got it on Amazon. But of course, I stole it because I like it a lot.
Mine is
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Well, it's his side, it's his side, it's her side of the closet, her side, his side of the closet.
Yeah.
exactly. When we're both wrong, I'm wrong.
That's great.
My dad trained me.
Uh,
I gotta get out of here.
that's going south.
Wonderful day.
Thank you very much.
I actually have to go too. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah, have a great day, La.
Sure.
All right, so we're sideways. Bye, La. Bye, Devin.
Bye.
All right, so we are sideways. Riding along those pivots. Might make another push and hit that $3. SoFi, so far, coming back up to the VWAP. See if it can hold that and push back up. Pivot. So that's a pivot. That's a pivot. Pivots are great. Flags and pivots. All right, YouTube, we're going to get on out of here. I hope you had a good day with us. Got a little appetite whet. Come on and see us. Hit like, subscribe, ring that bell. Come join Bullish Bears. Best few dollars you ever spent to learn how to trade. We got it all. Options, we got large caps, we got futures, we got penny stocks, we got debit spreads, we got condors, we got strangles, and of course, the wheel trade. All right, we will see you again next time right here at Bullish Bears. Y'all have a great day on YouTube. Bye now.